Hello everyone, and welcome back to the second episode of my Redstone Basics series, and today we're going to take a look at pistons. So let's start off. We all know that there are two types of pistons, and the first one is the normal piston, which you can see on the right hand side, and the second one is the sticky piston. You can see it on the left hand side. It has this green slimy stuff on it, and yeah, I think we're going to take a look at both of them. So let's start off with the normal piston. I think that this is probably the best explanation how a normal piston works. So if you flick this lever, the piston extends, and if you flick it again, it retracts, but the block isn't stuck to it. That means the piston extends, but it doesn't take the block back again. Okay, now we get on to the sticky piston. So again, if you flick the lever, we can see it extends, and if you flick it again, it retracts, but it does also retract the block with it. So this is the difference between a sticky piston and a normal piston. Now that was kinda easy, so now we're going to get to more complicated stuff. How can you power a piston the right way? This is the probably best way to do it, by placing a redstone right above the block behind the piston, and if you power it, the piston extends and retracts. This is what we want to have. So you can actually make with even more pistons without needing more than one power source. So this is quite amazing. The other way is to power it directly, for example with redstone like that, or if you want to have more of them, you can just make it with repeaters. This is the basic thing how to power a piston from behind. You can also power a piston from the top by placing a redstone that then powers this block. So for example, we can extend it like that, or you can even make it completely from the top like that, and the piston will still extend. Same thing from the sides. For example, power it with a redstone, power this block with a redstone, for example, or place down a repeater to power this block. This will work. If you wanted to power it from the bottom, you can place down a torch and use it as an inverter. If you don't know what this is, take a look back at the Redstone Basics 1 video where we talk about repeaters and torches, or you could just power this block with a repeater or with redstone. Both of them will work and the piston will extend. Now there are some things that you have got to know about pistons, and for example the first one is that it takes a piston pretty exactly 3 game ticks to extend, and I think about 2 game ticks to retract. So usually the game is running with 20 ticks a second, 20 game ticks a second. That means that if we just take a look back at repeaters, 4 redstone ticks are 1 second. We can say that 5 game ticks are equal to 1 redstone tick. So it takes about less than 1 redstone tick for the piston to extend. And this is one thing you've got to know. The other one is that if the pistons get a pulse that is exactly 1 tick long, 1 redstone tick long, they will push the block away but not retract it. I'm talking of sticky pistons, but this is a quite useful technique. I used it in my super secret door. And these are just some things you've got to know about pistons. The other one is that they can receive bad power. We will talk about that later in future episodes, but this is very, very bad because you can't really need it. I'm going to show you a little bit, but I won't explain it. What you can see here is a basic bad power style thing. So if you place down a block right here, the piston will extend but not retract. And we cannot stop this until we remove the power right here and update the piston again. This is bad power and it can be really, really annoying. If you want to, if you don't want that to happen, you can just place down a repeater and the piston will not receive bad power any longer. This is quite useful. But be sure it takes the repeater again 1 redstone tick to let the signal pass through, so you might have to adjust that in your timing. Here I've got a basic redstone piston gate, and now let's have a look at it. So we've got this glowstone wall right here, we've got this pressure plate, so if we walk over them, the pistons do retract, and again they do extend. So this is a very basic piston gate, and yeah, let's have a look at the redstone behind it. It is quite simple, but I will still show you how to build it. We're going to start this off by placing down one block with redstone on top of it, and right here is going to be our pressure plates. So again, repeat this with one more block, so it's got 2 pressure plates, and then just carry out one block like this and go about like here. So, and then place one block with a torch on top of it right here, and again a block and redstone. If you do not know what this torch is doing, then go back and take a look at our Redstone Basics 1 video all about repeaters and torches. So then again, place sticky pistons. This is very important, sticky pistons, because they have to retract the block. And this is one side done. So if you now have a look, we can actually drop down at the pressure plates and pistons will retract. And now again, we're going to repeat this on the other side. So again, carry one block out and 2 blocks like that. One block with a torch on top and a block with redstone on top, and pistons like this, and blocks like this. So now let's have a look at this section here. This powers the actual piston. So remember, a piston can be powered exactly from behind like this. This one is powered from behind. This is exactly the same thing as if it was like this, because it's a cross right now. And then again, this block is powered, so this piston extends too. So if you want to make it on the other side with pressure plates too, so you can just carry out blocks like this and place redstone on top with pressure plates, and there you go. This is your piston gate done. Yeah, that was easy, wasn't it? So this is the end of Redstone Basics number 2 video all about pistons. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something new about pistons. Maybe if it was the piston text for the game text to extend and stuff like that. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions or any critic stuff, please write a comment and I will try to answer it. And yeah, I hope we will see us in the next video.